Hey everyone, my name's Phil. I'm doing a tutorial on how to apply Rustoleum rock solid professional epoxy to your garage floor. So basically there was 3 steps involved in this. There's the cleaner degreaser, then the acid etching, and then the actual application of the epoxy garage floor. So I'm going to take you guys through that, kind of how I did it. Kind of give you some ideas of things that I ran into that you might want to look for, and we'll see how it turns out. So in this first section of the video, I'm just cleaning out the garage. I want to make sure I get everything out of there. I want coverage over the entire floor. You can see there's some rough spots there, some oil spills, there's some paint stuck to the floor in places, so I'm just getting it all cleaned out. So after you get the garage cleaned out, you're ready to start doing the cleaning degreasing. I used a Rustoleum product cleaner degreaser. Basically you just dampen the floor, evenly spread out some of the cleaner degreaser, and just start scrubbing it in. This product did not work exactly how I expected it, and I'll talk a little bit about that at the end of the video. But it did okay, and this next part is just kind of me scrubbing away. Nothing much to it. So after you get done scrubbing this in pretty good, you want to just take a hose and rinse everything out. As you're rinsing it, if you have the ability to keep scrubbing while you're rinsing, that's going to help make sure you get everything out of there. That's pretty much it for this step. As you can see, after using the cleaner degreaser, I still have quite a bit of oil stains and whatnot, so that's what I was talking about in the beginning. After you're finished doing the cleaning degreasing, you're ready to move on to the acid etching. So for this step, you need a 2-gallon watering can. You put a gallon of water in there and then mix the etching solution in there pretty slowly until it's completely full. Again, I used a Rustoleum acid etch. It seemed to work pretty well. Basically, you just, again, dampen the floor, and then you're going to take your watering can and evenly disperse the mixture over the floor and then scrub it in. It'll fizz for a little bit. Once it's done fizzing, you just scrub it in, and I tried to really hit hard in some of the problem areas because this etching solution is also a cleaner, so I really wanted to make sure I hit those oil spots good. Again, this is after you're done scrubbing, you rinse it off about 3 times. You really want to make sure you get all of this solution out of there before you lay down the epoxy. So scrub, rinse, another scrub, rinse, and then rinse 3 times with clean water until it's completely out. My garage floor, I've already done all of the prep work. I've done the cleaning, degreasing, and I've done the acid etching, and I'm getting ready to start mixing up the epoxy and laying it down. So we'll see how it turns out. So as you're mixing the epoxy, I would highly recommend having a power mixer, a paddle that you can put into your drill. It really makes it mix up nicely. And then aside from that, follow the directions on the Rustoleum kit for the temperature guidelines. They are very important. I was working in about 60-degree weather, so it required a 60-minute set time before you even start laying it down. From there, it's just like painting, super easy. Roll it on, working about 4 foot by 4 foot sections, and then sprinkle the chips on it if you want to. And then you just let it dry for a few days. I think it turned out really nice. So just a few final notes on the Rustoleum garage floor epoxy. I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. I would say the cleaner degreaser, the big bottle that I started out with, I would not recommend using that. After I did that, I came back out to some of the oil stains and dropped some water on it, and it was just repelling like crazy. So I knew there was still oil present. And so I went out and I got this, it's another Rustoleum product. It's the heavy duty degreaser. And I kind of spot treated some of the harsh areas, some of the really bad areas, and this stuff worked great. So if I were to do it over again, I probably just would have started with this and not even bothered with the other stuff. It seems like it goes a pretty long way, so you could probably get a 2-car garage done with 1 bottle of this. Other than that, some things that weren't in the video that I would recommend having is a floor squeegee. When you have all the hose water in here, it just really makes quick work of getting this place dry so you can move on to the next step. So yeah, I got a 2-car garage. I had a bunch of epoxy left over, so if you're doing this, don't hesitate to lay it on pretty thick. Same with the decorative chips. If you plan on using those, you can be pretty generous with them. I feel like I saturated my floor pretty well, and I still had almost a full bag left of the decorative chips, so don't be shy with those. Other than that, I think it went pretty smoothly. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. This is my first video. I'm going to be doing several more. I'm going to start building my garage out into a workshop. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.